Man, I'll tell ya. This week has me dead, honestly. This week is crazy. I'm gonna get started pretty soon, since we're already past 10. But yeah, some nice chill music. I think the next song is actually kind of intense. So just bear with me. Just stand by with the most like intense song on my playlist while I go grab my phone real quick. So I think I've been talking about this for like a few months now, maybe? Probably several months, but the last week I've spent kind of helping my brothers move stuff from the house that they were at before to our house, and now all of it's moved, but it's also just like packed into our tiny apartment. So that's fun. Today was, I don't know, just the thought of today was stressing me out a lot because I was at work and I was just thinking about the fact that today my mom and my sister were coming home from a vacation, and so in my mind everyone was going to be in the apartment, and also I have the stream that I didn't want to cancel because I canceled the one on Tuesday and I already feel bad doing that. But also Pat can only come by on a rare occasion, and today is one of those rare occasions, so it's gonna be a shorter stream. Next week I'm gonna try to like pack a ton of streams into the week for you. I don't know what I'm gonna play even. It might even just be simple games like Tadpole Tales. Originally I was thinking of playing Fortnite. The plan from the start was just to play a simple game that would be easy to pick up and then easy to put down. I feel like games like with stories are more of a big commitment to get into, like Tears of the Kingdom and just like most games I play. Buck Up and Drive is another good one to just kind of put on. It's more high octane though than Tadpole Tales. And you know, Fortnite is supposed to be an exciting thing, like I don't know. I feel like any PvP game is usually supposed to be high energy, like super focus sort of thing, but I don't really play it like that. I talk about that like every week, don't I? Every single day I talk about, oh, I play Fortnite super casual. I like make it a whole casual fun thing. Open the game. You guys should be seeing it fairly soon. There's a black screen for you to enjoy. There's some music for you to enjoy while we wait for the image to appear. Well, you can skip this. I feel like I've been, the last few times I've been troubleshooting while that came up, so I haven't been skipping it. But yeah, here we are, Tadpole Tales. A cozy little, fun little cozy game to play. Not really though, because I suck at it. It is you know what? It is kind of cozy. Because even though I'm bad at it, it's really pretty to look at. Speaking of which, I watched Spider-Verse again. The local theater just kind of sucks, I think. Because it sounded quiet. I thought they were supposed to fix the like volume issues that we didn't even notice last time, but it sounded really quiet. I don't know. It really just goes to show that I just need to make my own home theater so I can control the settings as I please. God, it's already packed. Already so many enemies. Oh my... I don't think there was much I could have done about that. I feel like... Is this RNG? Do they just randomly spawn? I feel like there's a fixed amount that it suggests the game to spawn. And sometimes it just says, fuck that. Just put every enemy out at once. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get back used to it. It's alright, just gonna click on here so I can see the chat in case one of you pops in and says something. Try again. Sorry, I'm relearning how to read also. So. Well, yeah, I should probably, so that if you're like looking at my profile and curious about it, I didn't want to mention it until, you know, I'm not doing just like a 1 hour long stream, but I feel like I gotta do at least like a little soft announcement, you know? I made a Throne account, which is like a gift, a fun crowdfunding gift website. So that's just like kind of like a donation sort of thing, but more personal, you know? It's things that I want, rather than just like giving me straight up money. It's obviously entirely up to you if you want to. I just made it more out of curiosity to see if anyone would be interested in it. But I am not gonna do like an official announcement of it yet. I'm thinking next week when I'm actually able to stream. 'Cause this week has been sort of a mess, but yeah, I put some games on there. I started with figures, and I'll tell you why. That's just like the first thing that kind of caught my eye on there. And I think I looked up like Spider-Verse stuff. I looked up like Spider-Gwen things and Spider-Verse stuff. And it was figures that showed up, and I was like, oh yeah, I like figures. And I talk about figures. And whenever I end up using a webcam, you guys will see my figures, assuming I can set up my like stream view well. And also, I don't know. I just went kind of ham with the figures, and then I was like, huh, let's try to put some video games on here too. And the search bar for Throne. Sorry if you can hear my neck cracking. It's just, ooh. The search bar for Throne sucks. Like I don't know if there even is a search bar if you're not like a content creator or whatever. Like I've tried to look up my friends' Throne accounts, and I don't know if there's even a search bar for that. I think you have to be like linked to it from other accounts on other websites, which is kind of weird. But yeah, when you're searching for items to add to your wish list, I'm glad that they do have collections, and I'm very glad also that they let you organize your like overall list of things, because I would have driven myself mad trying to like add things in order that I thought was visually pleasing. It's nice being able to organize them to my liking. Shit, I didn't want to risk that. But yeah, so the search bar, let me see if I can remember, because there's so much that's fucking happened since yesterday when I was using that. So you'll search for something you want, right? And then you go, like, first of all, it only shows you results from like a handful of websites that they they collab with or whatever, and you can add products from like Amazon or other websites. You just gotta like do something different. But like the search results that they give you are ones from their own websites that they're connected to. Oh god, I just kind of stood there for that, didn't I? And so, first of all, the results aren't even good. It's just like, for like random things. Like I've looked up like Spider-Man and Spider-Verse, and it shows like tencils for like drawing Spider-Man or something. I don't even know what it is. It's like temporary tattoos or something. It's from like Japanese websites or something. So there are I found some like really nice clothes. I added like a hoodie, and that was it for that. But they have some like really nice clothes sites. There were these combat boots that I really liked, but they don't come in my size. It was like one was black and one was white. I thought those were dope. But if you search video games, the only results you're gonna get are like Japanese versions of games, because that's the websites that they have. And I was like, I don't want Japanese versions of games, because first of all, I don't even know if they're gonna work on my consoles, and second of all, I can't. I mean, I guess I could get games that don't really need reading in them, but that's still. I actually have a Japanese game, I think. It's like this exclusive. Oh, I got an extra heart. It's like this. It was like a Japanese exclusive PS4 game, and it was Godzilla. Like, actually, what are they called? Kaiju. You're like a normal person, and you're like trying to survive like kaiju attacks. It seemed interesting to me. I found it on like a random YouTube video. I thought that would be fun to play at some point. Oh my goodness. Oh, I thought that was my last hit. Oh, this is though. So the first day I just did like figures. I think it was all just figures the first day. And then the next day I was like, I had figured out at that point how to use items from like Amazon. So since then I've added a ton of games that I'll be playing on here if I get them from there. Problem with like physical games, the ones that I've added specifically is they're hard to emulate, and they're usually kind of expensive. And then you have like Burger King Cart or whatever, which was so cheap that it didn't even let me do a crowdfunding thing for it, because I guess there's a $10 limit for that. And I'll be honest, I might end up just using this as like for me putting money into my own purchases, you know? Like, it doesn't have to be just for you guys. If there's a game that we really want to see and I really want to play, then I'll probably put some money towards it too. Try to shoot up the and that's fine. That's fine because it's kind of like a bank for me. You know what I mean? I don't know how many creators actually do that. Like put money into their own throne things. It's a good idea. More people should be doing it. Oh great, we got this wise guy. Oh my god. I was underneath the thing's shadow. I didn't notice that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I almost just stayed still in the way of that. I don't know, sometimes it's hard for my brain to, like, dodge one thing and then notice the other thing. The sound, the fucking sound he makes, man. I guess one plus side of having like a shorter stream is it's more accessible for new viewers. Like if you don't want to really check out my, I know for me, like I would be all over that because I know I don't want to, if I see like a 5-hour video of someone that I've never seen before versus like, I don't know, like a 30-minute video, I'm going to go to the 30-minute video first, obviously. So I can see what they're all about before I commit to like a 5-hour thing. 'Cause usually when I start a 5-hour video, I either completely give up on it or I completely commit to it to a fault. Like I'll just like sit there and watch the whole thing, and that will be my night. Is just watching like an iceberg video. And then I learn information that I don't even end up retaining. Real Buster behavior right there. Certified Buster moment. Do I ever say Buster, or am I just like... Is that a new thing that I'm making up right now? Have I ever called someone Buster? Buster. It is a pretty good inoffensive like thing to. It's like very like saying kiddo sort of thing. Hey, Buster is like champ. Hey, champ. But isn't it? It's meant more as like an insult sort of thing. Like you did something stupid, Buster. Or you're in big trouble, mister. Oh my god, I looked away for 1 second. And then everything was just ready to kill me in an instant. That's all it takes is 1 second. This does seem like a really, like, me game. I just like doing a very mundane sort of little combat thing, and then talk about whatever the fuck. All it takes is one Buster. So true. That's one thing, you know, I am kind of starting to understand the reviews where people are like, it's too hard, because sometimes you'll have such a lineup of items that it's sort of impossible to avoid them. Like, I don't know, sometimes I think it's not even a get good situation, unless maybe, I guess it's just pay closer attention situation, because I don't think there's ever just like a whole wall of unavoidable objects. I think it's more of like, oh, I'm too far back to move up or down far enough. But like if you go too close, then they could immediately hit you with this shit. With these rocks and corruption. What is it again? I don't even, maybe I should have watched the intro again. I don't even remember what this gunk is. Just like weird, like pollution poison. Uh-oh, well, that's not good. That's not good. You hate to see it. Oops. You hate to see it. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Why haven't they made... Have they made like a drawn Mario game? I guess they did Wario Land Shake It. Which, please, guys, if they re-release Wario Land Shake It, I implore you to please, please, please buy that. If you have the money to buy that game when it comes out, if they re-release it, please buy it. Because that game made like no money the first time, and there's no reason for that to have happened. And I feel like that's the reason why they've abandoned the series. Because I think they ditched the series for a while before that game came out. And then they were like, you know what, let's give it another shot. Let's like fully animate this game. Let's do cutscenes. Let's, you know, like, just like put every single thing in this game that video games can possibly have. And then no one bought it. I'm pretty sure Wario's sprite alone has like 1,000 sprites or something. Or like, no. Wario's, I guess, is that how you say that? Wario alone. Wario alone, not Wario's sprite alone. Wario alone has like 1,000 sprites of like animated, like anime style sort of animation. Oh, mama. I don't know if that's true, but I know it's a lot. I remember I probably watched like Did You Know Gaming on it or something. But I just remember it was an excessive amount of animation that I can kind of understand why they would, first of all, never do that again for another series, and also think that people just straight up don't like Wario Land, because that would be the Wario Land game that everyone would buy if there was a Wario Land game that everyone would buy. Again, me talking weird, not making any fucking sense. Oh my goodness. Why did I do that? Is that something you just look up? Can you just look up how many hold on, how many sprites does Wario have? Just Peppino, hold on. That's kind of important too. Peppino has 5,245 sprites of animations. That's a lot. How is that even humanly possible at that point? How big is their team? How many sprites? All right, how many sprites does Wario have? Wario Land, shake it. Does it say if I? Oh yeah, this is a lot. I don't know, I'm just scrolling through them on Spriter's resource. It's a lot. I don't think it has a count though, which sucks. 3.58 megabytes. I don't know if that means anything. Well, that's just what he has different sprites for like a snowball, and then different sprites for a submarine form. Yeah, I'd have to watch the video again and then like write it down or something. Wario's sprite sheet has over 2,000 unique frames. The animated cutscenes of Wario Land Shake It were created by Japanese studio Production IG, known for films such as The End of Evangelion or Ghost in the Shell. Like, nobody bought this game. Why? Plus, all backgrounds were hand-drawn, and Wario's sprite sheet has over 2,000 unique frames. And this is Wario Land, the game that people are begging for nowadays. Why did no one get it? I'll tell you why I didn't get it. It's because when that came out, I was only really a fan of like Smash Brothers mostly. So I had a Wii, but I only really cared about Smash Brothers, and any other games that I got were just things that I saw at like at GameStop, and I thought looked interesting based on the box. And I'm pretty sure I've seen that when I was growing up, but I didn't see that it was Wario Land, and I didn't really even understand what Wario Land was. So I thought that it was either another WarioWare game, or I thought that it was a just like a gimmick like motion control game. That's why I didn't buy it. Doesn't that, I'm pretty sure that game has like a Wii remote on the cover. Any game that had a Wii remote on the cover I had no interest in, because I was like, oh, they're making that the center of their game. I don't care about that then. I kind of felt like they didn't want you to care about the actual game they made when they put the Wii remote on the cover. That's just my weird take, though. Actually, I have that game right now, so I could look at the. Once I die, I'll go grab it, and well, right now I'll go grab it, and I'll look and see if he has like a Wii remote in his hand. You're gonna hear my chair and stuff. Okay, no, I'm just crazy. He does not have a Wii remote in his hand. He's just shaking an enemy, which maybe I thought that, I don't know. I don't know what I thought. I just thought because it was called Shake It, I thought that you'd just be shaking the Wii remote to like move around and stuff. That's what I thought. But it turned out I was incorrect. I think I got a new, I know that it was still sealed in plastic, but I don't know if it was like new from back then or if they just like resealed it or something. I don't know how that works. But I was surprised that I got a new copy of it. And it was sealed, and it had like a little instruction manual thing. So that was a dope find. Before some YouTuber makes a video on it and it becomes like $1 billion. There are several games that seem like they should be worth a good amount of money that just kind of aren't. Like there's some Xbox 360 exclusives that I want to try, which I shouldn't be talking about this because someone's gonna hear this and be like, oh, I'll bring the value up. Don't do that. I'm not complaining right now. I'm not gonna list games. Just look at my Throne account, actually, if you want, if you're curious. And if you do want to bring the value up of the games, at least buy me a copy first. It was my idea, okay? Yeah, there are games that are like $30, and I'd expect them to be like a couple hundred. Kid Icarus Uprising, though, is, that one's like 200 something, I think. I have some figures that are up there too. I think I have like a $500 figure on there, which I'll be honest, I don't expect to ever really be able to afford, but it's just wishful thinking, just dreaming. Fuck. Oh my, what was I thinking? You're crazy, why would you do that? They make crazy sounds when you kill them. Oh no. That happens to me a lot. I just like forget that I have to be careful once I go into the next wave, and then I just die. I think I'm getting slightly better, but once I get to that third wave, I'm not gonna really know what to do with myself because I haven't really gone that far. But this does seem like a game that you kind of just get generally better at. Like, I don't think they throw that many curveballs in this game other than the bosses. So the third wave killing me just doesn't really add up if I'm getting better, which I think I kind of am. I'm getting better, but I'm not getting, I'm becoming less careful because of it. That's just how it be sometimes. That guy was going crazy. Did you see him? He's like, I'm throwing all of these rocks at you right now. Oh no. I almost fell into a trap that I set for myself. Oh my god. I forgot for a second that these follow me, so I had to move. Well, crud. My brain is turning into butter cookies the more that I play. I don't know why. Will she ever beat her previous high score? It's yet to be seen. It's never gonna happen. Where'd I get? I got like 10,000 or something, right? Like 9,000? At this point, that seems impossible to get. But watch, I'm gonna be watching this back later, and I'm gonna find that I actually got like 8,000 or something in this playthrough, in this play session. I think there's a modding community for this game. I really hope so, because that would be pretty funny. I want like a dedicated, like massive modding community for this game. That's a lot of work. I don't know how, like, how did that happen with Friday Night Funkin'? There's no G at the end. I just, cause like that game has crazy sprites. Like that has like crazy animation, and I don't know how. Just like the right group of people to be passionate enough to want to animate like stupid shit got together and were like, yeah, we're modding this. We're adding Pikachu rapping against Mario. We're adding Bob the Builder versus Handy Manny. And it's just like, why? Why are you all here? Why are you... I mean... Why not Parappa the Rapper? Why Friday Night Funkin'? Is it because it's Newgrounds? I think maybe because like Newgrounds, that's like an artist website, right? Is that what it primarily is? Because I know that's I know that's what it's used for, but I don't know if that's what it's primarily supposed to be. Yeah, it makes sense that you share a game with an artist sort of community, that the artists would want to oh god. I guess it does add up. It's just kind of weird. What other games came from Newgrounds? A lot of them are just like simple Flash games, right? I never really went on Newgrounds. I just saw like a handful of videos from Newgrounds on YouTube, or like things that my friends showed me. I didn't even really watch like Oni, like Chris O'Neill. I didn't really watch him that much on like Newgrounds sort of stuff. I didn't really get into his animations that much until recently, when he's more focused on like his game and like his gaming channel. Sometimes every now and then he does some like animations, and I'm like, oh, that's cool and funny. But watching them growing up, I wasn't really that into them, because I was like, this is like grosser and like more, I don't know. I've talked about this before. There's just like mature humor that I think isn't funny, just because it's like, it feels like it's trying too hard to not be for kids. That's probably the best way to put it. It's trying really hard to not be for kids. Like Family Guy, for example. It's very clear, especially in like I don't know, even back then I noticed it. It's like, they say things just to be like edgy and not, I don't know. I put it as best as I could, and after this point, I'm just gonna be repeating myself. Why does this duck's design go so hard? He actually just looks like really cool. Do you think a different artist worked on this duck as the one who worked on like the otter? Or is it all the same artist? I don't know how that stuff works. I just know that for shows they have like a character sheet, and they have rules that everyone has to follow, and it's more of like a team than it is one person animating it all. It's like a ton of people that just follow very closely like the rules on how to make a character look, which is kind of crazy to think about. Because I feel like quite often, at least oh my god, at least I think about characters as being from like a particular artist. You know, like I think of like the Powerpuff Girls and My Little Pony as being like Lauren Faust, but she's not the only one who animated them, right? Were they puppets? Were the ponies puppets, actually? I don't remember. Because I know puppetry is like, it's kind of like Flash animation, right? Like you could just move like their bodies around after you already have like the 2D like character design. I knew more about animation in like the middle of high school than I do now, because that was kind of the career path that I wanted to take, but I didn't know how to make art. I just wanted to make the stories. And I was like, I might want to have some basic knowledge of like what animation is. So I knew about like Flash animation versus hand-drawn and like the different styles of animation and stuff like that. I still do want to have like an animation cell, like that they actually used in a movie. That's not how it works though, right? It's like animation cells are just from like movie theaters, right? So it seems cool because it was from the time, but it's not as cool as like straight up just having a part of the movie itself. Like the one that people watch at home on like DVDs. If you pull the tape out of a VHS, are you able to decipher different frames of the movie? Or is it like microscopic or something? Or is it like physical code for sound and video? Oh my god, I feel like I moved out of the way of that kind of. I feel like I almost got hit, but I moved out of the way just in time. Clearly I didn't, but that's like, kind of sucks. It really felt that that should have, I don't know, I'm thinking too much about animation and not enough about, spitting water on polluted tadpoles and such. I think it's pretty cool that they have like scary designs and then they turn into cute little guys when you clean them. I'll be honest, we've already talked about that. There's not much for me to look at this game and talk about anymore because I feel like I've exhausted a lot of the stuff about this game. Like it's simple. It has good animation. It's easy just to kind of play, you know? Fairly inoffensive game to play too. Are you offended? Is anyone here offended by I guess pollution is a little offensive, isn't it? A little controversial. People don't think it's real. I don't know, even if I didn't think that pollution was real, it still feels gross having like garbage in water, you know? Like having just like fucking sludge and nasty shit in rivers and lakes and the ocean, it's gross. I'd hate to see the way that people live who think that pollution isn't real. Cause I bet their houses are the most grimy, disgusting, fucking polluted spaces imaginable. And I'll believe that until someone. If you're a viewer and you don't believe in pollution, I want to see your house. I want to see that it's tidy and like clean and stuff. I need evidence. That's like, it's just an excuse to be gross, isn't it? Like, oh, pollution isn't real. Let me throw my 15th Starbucks cup in my room, right next to my computer. I had to think of what a cup was called. Oh my, really? That's not even fair, honestly. Whoa, okay. I really thought that I was gonna get hit there. Oh my, what is... This guy's like Plants vs. Zombiesing his way over to where I am. I didn't even see that guy sneaking up. Alright, it's giving me a lot of hearts now, and I'm losing them very quickly. Wow, that was lucky. You know what I might be thinking of, with as far as the music, and in relation to Hoenn? I think there's one part of this that sounds like, that sounds kind of like the intro to like Pokemon Emerald. And I think that's carrying through like in my brain for the rest of it. Well, another failed run. Here we go. That was impressive. I got hit by 2 things that time. I just kind of like, more than anything, I just want to see the third boss. Would that be the final boss? I imagine it's like it's just pure sludge and gross stuff, right? We stand gross things here. We're big Master Belch fans here. We're big Wario heads here. I was trying to think of a rhyme that was like something gross and then consumer. And I was trying to think of like something that wasn't like too gross to say out loud, and I just can't think of anything like something consumer. What is gross and rhymes with consumer? Does anything even rhyme with consumer? Bloomer consumer. Isn't that like old people underwear or something? Bloomer consumer. That's like another name for. It's another name for when SpongeBob and Patrick took Mr. Krabs on the panty raid. They were bloomer consuming. I actually can't even think of any real words that rhyme with consumer, like, at all. Any sort of word. Fumer. Is that like something that fumes? Like an angry person? Or is that something that has fumes? That like lets out fumes? Like something stinky, I guess. I don't know. Amy Schumer consumer. That's pretty gross. That one just like popped into my brain. Like I sat up straight and like the blood flow to my brain worked so perfectly that it just like shot and answered directly into my brain. That's the one. That's the one I was trying to think of from the start. Oh my god. These guys are making it very difficult to kill them. What's that about? Oh my god, next time I need to press that like 8 times and see what happens. I just accidentally pressed it twice and it was ridiculous. If I see more out of it than usual today, it's just because so much has been going on lately. There's just been so much going on, and my brain is kind of fried, so... Hopefully next week I'll have some time to adjust better to things, and I'll be able to be more on top of the content. Rather than just kind of being here. Oh no. I was like, that's gonna totally just line up to be hellish for me, isn't it? Ooh, that was pretty good. No. The duck is gonna be after this, right? I'm gonna have to do it without a third heart. Fuck. No, don't. I almost just went into that random thing. This one? Nope. Well, even if that was the one with a heart in it, it's too late now. So this is something that I thought about a lot when I was younger, and then I think eventually I just kind of gave up on it. But like, how do computer, like, characters, like NPC characters, how do they know, first of all, where you are? And it's to a point where, like, they can also lose you? And how do they know, like, how to not walk into walls and shit? Because that seems like crazy to teach to a computer program. You know what I mean? Like, it has to understand that this is a wall, and not only do you not walk into it, but you also don't go anywhere near it, because it's like that would be unnatural to go near it. Maybe you lean on it. You can lean on it if you want, and they just understand that. This is my how does the mirror know moment. How does the mirror know that there's something behind the piece of paper? How do NPCs know not to walk into walls? And it's like the most obvious answer ever. Well, here's the thing. That's alright. The mirror thing should be obvious to everyone because mirrors are a real life thing. Most people have looked into them their whole lives. Whereas video game NPCs are not something that everyone's dealing with all the time, every day of their life. So that's my excuse. That's my way of covering my own ass so I don't look crazy. Oh no. Of course one of them hit me. Of course that happened. And of course he's right here. Of course he is. Great. I honestly feel like, I'm sorry, but I feel like I'm too distracted today with current events. So I'm not gonna do that well today, unfortunately. He's just like a little orange guy. Can you imagine? Can you imagine just being like a little orange guy? Oh, great. Wow. What happens? You know what? Let's just mess around a little bit. What happens if I like... What happens if I go like all up in their space? What if I go behind? Can I go behind them? Let's try that. I'll try that this time. And I'll die so quickly that I'll be able to press next, be able to press the next thing like 8 times, like I said last time. How did that one get clean that quickly? Is this a viable technique? Is anything else gonna spawn? Why is no one spawning? What did I do? Are we not going to be able to progress because, maybe, do you need a certain amount of points to, well, that missed me. That's crazy. Do you need a certain amount of points before the duck shows up? Is that what it is? How long am I willing to commit to this? I guess, alright, I'll just stay here. I'm not going to dodge out of the way of anything. And I want to see if, first of all, I can die from any of the enemies. And second of all, if the duck will show up. Because, like, those, come on, those little fly guys have to eventually bump into me, right? This just looks like... This looks like I'm away to get, like, ice cream or something. I'm like, oh, guys, I have to go to the bathroom. Just watch our little tadpole. Make sure nothing bad happens. All right. If they die before I get back, then you guys are in big trouble. Yeah, I think at this point, I feel like the duck requires a certain amount of points. That's what it's seeming like to me. I'm lasting way longer than I expected to. Yeah, they're like designed not to go on this like line that I'm sitting. This is the furthest right that I can go. And I feel like these are designed not to hit you when you're this far right. These guys can't hit you at all, actually. What? The only thing that can hit you is the projectiles. What? I'm just learning all sorts of new things. All right, let's press it a bunch. This game is kind of awesome, actually. So you can immediately clean enemies by bumping into them, but it also deals damage to you. I don't know how useful that will be. What if it works on bosses, though? What if you could just use iframes to take out the boss in one hit? That would be crazy, right? There's no way. I don't think that's how that works, because then if you had like 2 hearts and you just went up to the boss and you bumped into them, then they'd just be immediately dead. And you'd have taken 1 heart. Should I try it, though, is the question. I think that's the question we're all thinking about right now, is should I actually try that and see if I'm right? Seems like one of those things that now that I've talked about it, I should probably give it a try. Okay, I do have an extra... Alright, well that's good to know. I'm wondering, though, if it dealt any damage at all. Ooh, fuck. I actually got to the duck kind of quickly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, I had to go upward and I went downward. And it didn't work. That's awfully great. That's awfully great. What is the ugliest popular game? Like the one that has, I don't know, just like looks bad. I feel like I'm not a good judge of that because my answer would probably be like Twilight Princess or maybe Mario Galaxy. It might, I don't know if this game's any popular, but I know that it has higher ratings and it's more revered than it should be. The Guinness Book of World Records video game is the most hideous video game I've ever looked at in my life. And I hated it so much. It was like really cringy and really bad. And people don't hate that game for some reason. I feel like you definitely could have done a bit better with an IP like that. Like you could have the best, like the world's best, the Guinness World's record for like best game developer making the game, right? Something like that, like collaboration with your own community. Now that would just make sense. Maybe that's why they'd rather not do it, because it just makes actual sense. Alright, we're probably gonna be wrapping up kind of soon here. I'm gonna, next time I die, I'm gonna ask Pat if he's, first of all, if he's here yet or if he left yet. I don't have any excuse for that one. Usually I have a quick excuse. That time I just didn't. There's no reason I did that. Actually, that is my excuse a lot of the time, is there's no reason I did that. That's just my excuse usually. It shouldn't have happened. I'm sorry. Let me play a ukulele and apologize to you. Fuck, that was set up against me. Alright, I just asked him a question. Does the mouse do anything in this game? Probably not. I'm not gonna try it. I kind of want to hear the Hoenn intro again. That's like peak nostalgia right there. I feel like that's one of the first things I ever saw was the Pokemon. Well, not actually. Never mind. That came out a little ways after I was born, and my eyes worked, I'm pretty sure, like, just a little bit after I was born. Like, it's not like I was blind for years before finally seeing something, and then the first thing was Pokemon. I'm sure someone has a story like that. Ooh, we got the duck here. No! That was a mistake. I just tell you, I really felt at the end of that sound I made that was a huge mistake. No! What? I thought I was good. I thought I was like... I thought that was a pretty good move that I did there, but I guess not. That certainly was pretty good. So the technique for smart people who can use techniques is make sure that the duck, when he shoots those missiles, make sure by the time you're finished dodging them, you're on the opposite side of where he is. So like if he's on the top, avoid the missile so you're at the bottom. That seems like good advice, but it's confusing to say. So it might be confusing to like absorb if you're trying to get good at this game. I feel like I'm not great at like taking notes. This is why I never studied in school. I'm not good at taking notes. I'm good at just like doing things until I'm good at them. Or staying bad at them forever. I'm kind of glad I'm sort of phasing out of that because it makes it so I can pay more attention to what I'm doing in Smash Brothers and I can be a little bit more self-reflective. Oh my god, what even was that? I'm probably gonna keep streaming this game until I'm able to get to the third boss. I don't know if I want to set out to like really just beat the entire thing. I just want to see what it has to offer, you know? I'm pretty sure I can guess what the last boss is, and I think I did earlier even, but I just want to see what it looks like in the context of like fighting it. They have like little devil horns and everything. How does that even... I guess it makes sense. Because you're cleaning away like gunk, and the gunk is just shaped like that. It's demon gunk. My favorite anime, Demon Gunk. Sounds like a stupid creepypasta or something, doesn't it? Demon Gunk. You got Candle Cove, you got, isn't there one just called 1999? You got Demon Gunk, abandoned by Disney. What is the coolest, creepypasta name? Like what, not creepypasta, but just like the name of it. Which one's the coolest? Candle Cove is definitely kind of cool. Russian Sleep Experiment is one, right? That kind of goes hard as a name. No, I wasn't expecting that. I was bamboozled. I was fooled. So just don't die. It's Don't Die the video game. I like how sometimes it gives me like 5 hearts in a row, and then other times I won't get a single heart for like 5 minutes straight. It's incredibly weird. I don't know if there's just something I sometimes do that works to give me hearts, and I just am not aware of it, and it just kind of happens, or what? There we go. I don't know what really did it necessarily, but it happened. No. Rats. Otters and rats. My brain is unplugging. It's unplugging itself from the system. You know, apparently they're starting to link Alzheimer's with diabetes. I don't know if they're starting. My brother told me that the other day, that it's like they found that it's linked to diabetes, and so it's like a form. Now they're starting to categorize it as a form of diabetes. I just thought it was an interesting little factoid. Now, if this isn't just the coziest little experience I've ever experienced, then I really couldn't tell you what is. Before I forget, though, I'm gonna get hit by, like, everything as soon as I come back. Let me play the, Let me play the Pokemon Emerald intro. I just want to see what it sounds like. It's probably going to sound terrible for you guys, since it's... Well, it's going to sound terrible for both of us, since it's going to be over this game audio. Intro. 17 years ago. Okay, it's really just that first part that, like, I love. Yeah, that part is super nice. And you'd think that would traumatize me at this point because of how long I've been, like, trying to play that game on here. But no, it's, I mean, the music's good. Great. I need to just start listening to the Pokemon Emerald soundtrack, because it just gives me good feels, you know? That could be a good thing to just put on while high and just, like, reflect. Just feel things, just to think things. Think about whatever Pokemon Emerald makes me think about. Because I feel like even though I didn't... There's something about that game that's nostalgic for me. Even though I didn't really like it at the time. I think maybe it was being in the car with my siblings while they were playing it or something, and just hearing the music. I I guess there were a lot of things like that where it's like I didn't really play them that much, but I was in the room while they were being played. And so it gives you sort of a different nostalgia flavor from playing the game yourself. It's like just the vibe of it, just like seeing it or hearing it would be enough to make you feel good. Which is pretty nice. No, I just almost did it again. What was I thinking? Actual insanity. This guy's totally gonna kill me, right? Like, way sooner than later. Yep. Predicted. That means that I owned him because I guessed exactly what he was gonna do. That means that technically I sort of won in that particular situation. All right, I'm probably gonna do just one more or two more. What'd you miss? We were talking about Pokemon Emerald music being nostalgic, and I think I said something particularly fun. Oh yeah, I said Amy Schumer consumer. So I was trying to think of something gross to rhyme with consumer. That's what I came up with. So that's basically the bulk of what you missed. Also, I don't know if you were here for this, but I'm gonna be finishing up in one or two more goes. Yeah, that is pretty gross, isn't it? That's disgusting. What the hell, man? That's too disgusting for even words. Like, why would you even think that? Let alone say it out loud. Oh no, I should have went up a little bit more. Oh crap. Fuck. What am I doing? Hello, you're playing a video game right now. You're pressing keys right now, and you're playing a video game. Maybe, like, actually do it. I was distracted because I was thinking, for some reason, immediately my brain started thinking about Splatoon. And then I was like, what if there was a Splatfest where they did baseball versus soccer versus basketball? And that was my whole thought. And it's like, is that even good enough to say out loud? Let alone be interrupted by the thought and become horrible at a video game for it? I don't think that's even that good. It's probably gonna happen. I think the best, sad to say, but the best one so far is probably rock, paper, and scissors. And then like, maybe tied or second best was the Zelda one. The ice cream one is fucking stupid. Like, actually just stupid. There was nothing I could do. I'm sorry. I tried to save him. There's nothing I could do. Well, I got the heart back, so it didn't end up mattering that much anyways. Yeah, well, this will probably be my last one, assuming I don't just die stupidly and immediately regret saying that I was doing one last one. I feel like that's what it's gonna be if I play like Parap on here. I'll be like, oh, I have to go to sleep pretty soon. We could do one last one, and I say that at like 1 a.m. and then it ends up like 7 a.m. and I'm like, actually I meant one last one, and I just keep going. There are games like that where it's like you get so close to beating it, like Cuphead 2. It's like similar to this. You feel like you got so close to beating it, like you know what you did wrong. So you're like, I can do it. I can go again. I'll get it next time. I gotta play Cuphead sooner than later. Alright, I know I said one more. I know I said one more, but I started talking about Cuphead. I gotta play Cuphead sooner than later because I haven't played that in a while. And here's the trick for playing that game. It's so good if you play that on Switch with a GameCube controller. It's so good. Okay. So I'm probably gonna like, hold on. I'm gonna, sorry, Pat's here. I'm just gonna tell him he can come in. Yeah, he might. This will be the last, very last one. But yeah, the trick to playing Cuphead is to play it on the Switch with the GameCube controller because this controls feel so good on that. And I don't remember if I had to keybind it or not keybind. It's called like button configuration or something. Yeah, I'm dead. Okay. But yeah, yeah, I completely forgot that we have a dog, but she's really nice, so I should probably go out and greet him. Yeah, we could talk about Cuphead some more next time. Thanks for hanging out though. Have a good night. Bye.